Let's do it. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Friday the 8th of October, 9:30 in the morning or so. Welcome back to dealing with the pandemic, but more so or equally so, just the art of good governance communication. So we're here to tell you about a couple things. I don't know what you have going on next week. Chief, probably pretty boring for you, but special thanks to start off with to the staff who did a great job with this week's council meeting. Great job, council. Great decision making. Great deliberation, and thanks to the public who took part. It was that was democracy in action. So that was really well done. So thank you to everyone. We will have a pretty exciting November meeting as well. We're going to have potentially the Verizon cell tower appeal. We'll have an appeal of the World War I memorial plaque language itself. We're going to have a couple of encroachments into the right-of-way, something that continued from this week, and then another item. So should be a Q1 financial update. Incidentally, I don't know if you saw, but our first period TOT, which is July and August, was a little over $1.8 million, which is a phenomenal amount of money for transit occupancy tax. Our next best year was 2019, and it was about $995,000. So it was this year was almost twice that of our best year. So visitors are flocking back here. Hopefully, they're visiting safely, masking, socially distancing, and the like. So really interesting and good data at this point in time. Welcome to Interim Police Chief Brian Euler. Brian was here yesterday. Welcome, and Chief, I know you spent some time with him, and so we will be out and about. So Holly, we're gonna coordinate coming to the foundation, CRA, business chamber of commerce, other groups. Please allow me to bring Chief Euler around and meet people, and we'll be on the street certainly meeting and greeting people as well. So welcome. Chief Euler. Again, hearty congratulations to CRA Citizen of the Year, Dale Byrne.
Yes.
There's a little celebration this Sunday, and Mayor Potter, Bob Harari, and myself will be sharing our best thoughts and wishes with Citizen Byrne. And then a reminder that the council does have a strategic retreat to look at our goals and objectives next Tuesday, the 12th, in Carpenter Hall. Seating is a little bit limited, but we do have availability for people to come and sit live. It'll be broadcast live as well. There'll be the opportunity to comment live as well, and that's from 9 to 3 p.m. So that should be a good time. And yeah, I think that's all I have.
All right.
I'll close as well with something, but what do you got going on? You're pretty boring for you, right?
Pretty boring. Today's my official last day. I did have the pleasure yesterday of spending all day with Chief Euler and getting him a little bit acclimated with the police department. We didn't get a chance to meet everybody, but he met quite a few of the staff, and we talked about getting around to the different departments and the different groups, especially coffee with the chief at the foundation. I'd love to see him continue that. So that's for you, Holly. But I know he'll be making the rounds with you, Chip. So it's been great. I wrote some stuff down. I'm going to have to read it because I'd like to make a message out to the community from me. And it's simply just thank you, Carmel. Thank you for inviting me into your village. I've had the time of my life doing what I love here. The style of policing this city provides was exactly what I was looking for when I came here. I cherish the relationships that I've formed here in the village with so many of the residents and business owners. You all have made me feel welcome and a part of this town. I have so many fond memories working here, but some of my biggest takeaways have been how important the development as trust has been. If you remember, when I became chief, that was my number one pillar, trust. My career has been based on doing policing particularly built on trust, valuing people through quality contacts, whether enforcing laws or just saying hello. My goal has always been to gain your trust. This includes the development, when I got here, of our juvenile diversion program, which is something I'm extremely proud of. Through that program, we've been able to help 150 juveniles who were arrested for minor offenses. The positive interactions with police and families to learn from mistakes rather than being punished built a level of trust that our agency hadn't experienced before. Also, the bolstering of our volunteer groups to include our police volunteers and our community emergency response teams over the past few years, where these two groups were instrumental in helping us get through this past pandemic.
Absolutely.
So a hearty thanks to them. I've had the opportunity to lead the police department, the ambulance operation, and even public works for almost a year in my career. And I couldn't be more proud of these men and women who dedicated their lives to serving and who do so day in and day out. This was never more evident than during the pandemic as they continued to show up, fearful of what they could be exposed to, but they continued to come here to provide services. I want to thank you, Chip, for your trust in me to lead multiple departments here. Chip often talks about bench depth, and that's something we always work on in the city, and he has it. There's strong leadership throughout this city, and it starts at the top. Both Chip and Maxine Goulot have led fearlessly through the most challenging time I believe this village has ever seen. Their teamwork to keep the city moving forward was incredibly challenging and also equally impressive. They are a dynamic duo, and this city is fortunate to have them both. I'm grateful to have had an amazing career in law enforcement and leave it knowing I've done everything I ever dreamed of doing and did it the right way. The type of policing we have here is exactly the policing model this country is asking for. Be proud of your police because we believe in our motto, and we do it every day. Community service with pride. Take good care, Carmel, and keep an eye out, as you'll see me on the streets again, just not in uniform. Thank you. Thanks, boss.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you for not just your words, your kind words, but your leadership and friendship. It's been just a wonderful ride with you. I can't imagine going forward without you, quite frankly. But I'll do my best, and I know you're in my neighborhood, so thank
I'll be
you
by for lunch.
I do have the pleasure, again, on behalf of our entire team, of thanking you, and I'm just so grateful for everything you've done for and with us. So
Equally.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm at a loss for words. I have been since you told me. I do have the equal pleasure of presenting you with a proclamation of thanks from the Carmel Residents Association. I mean, certainly, the powerhouse in our village that sets the bar for protection of character, not just our visual character, not just the urbanized forest or the buildings or the streetscape, but in the caliber of individuals who get to serve here. And again, you set the bar for that. So thank you, Nancy Toomey, who's allowing me to read this on their behalf to you. And this is a proclamation from the Carmel Residents Association, signed by all the board members.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a beautiful plaque, and there's a gift bag of all Carmel products for you and your family. I'm sure the boys will get into that wine right away. But this is to Chief Paul Tomasi, Carmel-by-the-Sea, California. On this day, October 5th, 2021, we offer our sincerest appreciation for your exceptional work and leadership over your years in our village, and especially throughout the extraordinary times in the past 18 months of the pandemic and social unrest. Your proactive outreach and engagement with all the constituents in our village have set the bar high for those who aspire to step into your shoes. With our unbounded thanks and best wishes for best future wishes from all the members of the Carmel Residents Association and our board of directors.
Wow. Thank you,
Yeah.
CRA. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. The relationships, I keep talking about relationships, and the relationships I have with this community. This is my home away from home. This is my second home. It always will be in my heart, and that's why I'll be back to visit plenty of times. I intend to continue to make this my home. I think personally, I think you all know, I had a funny thing happen yesterday. I was trying to open up my city work phone. I don't use my city work phone at all. Most of you who have my phone number, it's my personal phone number. It's a little unorthodox to do that, but that's just who I am. I share my personal number and I'm always reachable. I had to call my wife to figure out my password to get into my city work phone, and I think Chief Euler started laughing because I didn't even know it. That's just how I've been, and that's how much I appreciate the residents and even the business owners in this community for embracing me and trusting me. And again, I'll be forever in debt to this community for trusting me with the power that I had here. And I hope I've earned the respect that I also have as pillar number 2. I definitely have the love for this community. So all 3 pillars are there. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Well said, Chief. Thanks. Well said. Thank you. Want to sign us off?
As we always sign off, and for one last time, take good care.
Take care.